I have a statement that I would like to make today. Heaven does have a respecter of persons. Heaven does have a respecter of persons. And some people truly believe that no matter how a person live their life, that as soon as they die, everybody just gets to go to heaven. Some people truly believe it does not matter. As long as you say that you accept Jesus Christ as Lord of your life, that you can just go to heaven. Some people truly believe that they can live any kind of way. You cannot live wrong and die right. You cannot live wrong and die right. I'm going to read a couple of scriptures, and I want you to listen to what they're saying. It's a whole lot of scriptures in the Word of God that breaks it down and let us know that we must live the right way if we want our soul to go the right way. I'm going to read two, and I'm going to start in Matthew, and I'm going to read Matthew 7, and it says, Matthew 7, verse 13, you can enter God's kingdom only through the narrow gate. The highway to hell is broad and its gate is wide, for many choose that way. But the gateway to life is very narrow and the road is difficult, and only very few ever find it. If it's only one way, and then when everybody leave this world, if everybody goes to heaven, why is Jesus talking about it's a broad way? And it's a broad way that leads to hell. And many people choose that way because many people choose to live any kind of way. Now, I'm also going to start, and I'm going to read Matthew chapter 7, and I'm going to start with verse 21. I want you to listen to what it says. Not everyone who calls out to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven. This is Jesus' words. Not everyone who calls out to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven. Only those who actually do the will of my Father will enter. Did you hear that? Only those who do the will of his Father will enter into the kingdom of heaven. You cannot leave this world any kind of way and think that you're going to go the right way. Everyone who dies does not automatically just goes to heaven. You have to live a righteous life in order to go to heaven. See, one thing that I know, and I was guilty of it too, when everybody dies, see, everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to live the righteous life that it takes to get to heaven. And ask yourself on today, are you living the right way to go the right way? Or are you living the wrong way and you just think that you're going to go the right way? Can you truly say, if you was to leave this world today, can you truly say, if you was to leave here, are you going to go to heaven because you're trying your best to live right to get to heaven? Or do you want to go to heaven because you just want to go? See, it's a lot of people that want to go to Africa. It's a lot of people that just want to travel around the world. I want to go to a whole lot of Dallas Cowboy games. But if my money isn't right, how in the world do I think I'm going to get there? You can't click your feet and just say, I want to go. You do have to put in the work. You do have to show yourself approved that you want to enter into God's kingdom. Are we perfect? No, we're not, but we're called to strive every day to live a life that's pleasing to God. And you have to ask yourself on today, are you truly living a life that's pleasing to God? So you know when your eyes close, you will be greeted by God. Do you cuss? Will you go to hell because you cuss? You'll go to hell because you will not stop cussing. See, we go to hell for willfully sin. Can you truly say that you cut out those willfully sins in your life? See, if you cuss, you won't be damned to hell because you're cuss. You'll go to hell because you won't stop cussing. You won't stop drinking. You won't stop smoking. You won't get out that bed with that man or woman and say, let's live the right way and let's stop living the wrong way. You have to get out that same-sex relationship. You have to stop watching pornography. You have to stop dressing any kind of way. We must bring an end to sin because we don't know when our life is going to come to an end. In a blink of an eye, we can be gone from this world. You don't want your next sin to be your last sin. You do not want your next sin to be your last sin. In the holy gate, you will not get in. Is it anything wrong with you dying in your bed? But who's going to be next to you in your bed? And what are you going to be doing in your bed? You must ask yourself the questions. What am I going to be doing when it's time for me to leave this world? And you cannot leave this world any kind of way and think that your soul is going to go the right way. It's many scriptures in the word of God that tell us that we have to live the right way in order to go God's way. It talks about you must be born again. The word of God says you must be born again. So if everybody when they die goes to heaven, why does Jesus talk about you must be born again? You have to die to self in order to live for him. We must pick up our cross every day, and we're called to die to self every day. Look at your life and get in the mirror and do a self-examination and ask yourself the question, if you was to leave here on today, are you truly gonna go the right way? And the right way is God's way. And we got to put away a lot of those old ways and start living new ways if we want to go God's way. Seek God to know him. Try your best every day to live a life that's pleasing to God. And you can know when you die, you will be greeted by the one true and living God. So always remember my closing, self-examination is the best examination, and Jesus Christ is Lord, and he's all we have. Have a great rest of the day.